Joanne, how have you been doing through all of this COVID pandemic madness?
Um, I think sometimes my way of dealing with things is to pretend they're not happening. It's why I write a lot of fantasy. Um, I write a lot, and yeah, I mean, it's had its ups and downs. Like the positive is that my son was home from Brooklyn, quarantined, and my husband and daughter had to move out because they were essential employees. So I got to hang with Eli.
Oh, that's great.
It was thrilled, and our lifestyle became, we'd watch movies at midnight and go to bed at 3 and sleep till noon. It felt like I was back in my 20s. It was great.
So we were so thrilled that you came to join us to do this November project. And I'm just curious as to what material you chose to do for it and what drove you to pick it.
Okay. Um, well, the piece is about my brother Billy and me. And he died in the early days of the AIDS epidemic. And so going through the whole COVID piece kind of threw me back to that time when, no one knew how you contracted it. It was really very scary. And, if you were diagnosed, you know, definitely death would follow soon after. So that doesn't sound very happy, but I think this time kind of brought me back there. And then my brother was also an actor, and we always wanted to perform together. So I felt like doing this piece about him, for him. I became him in the piece. So I become myself and him and my mother. And so it was like putting him back on stage and performing with him. And it was really a thrill. It was great.
I can't wait to see it. Janine and Mo have been raving about it, and it's been,
thanks.
Our Divine, yourself, I know Nina Schussler's coming in, and Tom Wolfson, and everybody in that category has decided to do their own written work,
right?
Something very personal.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's such a great choice, especially what we're living through now, to just kind of break up the evening to like get very personal and intimate. So I'm really looking forward to seeing your work.
It felt so good to be back on stage and to be back at Cape Rep. And, I sit and write, and I have nowhere to really put it.
Yeah.
So then I start performing for my family, and they're annoyed. Be left alone. It's like, okay. I'll. So I hope that, I can't wait for Cape Rep to open. I'd love to, create a new piece to.
Yeah. Well, that was going to be kind of a follow-up, was just how did it feel to be back on stage performing? It just.
Yeah, no, it felt fabulous, and, the thing is, I hadn't built that performing muscle because for a 4-minute piece, I was there for 2 hours. By the time, I don't think I ate before I arrived. By the time I left, I was so exhausted, So I think it's just a matter of, building that muscle too. But it felt great. I mean, it's like a family there. And it just, especially doing this piece about my brother, I felt like I got to bring him into the fold.
I love that.
People got to know him also through that.
So I'm so excited for people to see the 3 separate nights.
I know. And then leading up to the election, that's another thing, is that I feel like it's perfect timing because we're giving these gifts out to the community, and it's a gift for us to be there too. And, leading up to the election is that maybe we're gathering forces to come together and have a voice.
Yes, I couldn't agree more, because I think just it's a stressful time. So to have something to take our minds off of it and have it be artistic and with so many familiar faces is going to be really nice. So what was your first show at Cape Rep?
You know what? I created a piece. I took a playwriting class with Art Divine. And so I performed there in the Yellow House, my play. And I actually was horrible. I didn't do a very good job, but hey, I tried it. And then I took another class of his, creating solo work.
Mm-hmm.
And that really I connected with. And then from there, I performed a piece called My Marbles Are Perfectly Fine. And it was about a half an hour solo show about my mother, about midlife crisis,
Right.
you know. So, and that was wonderful. I'd love to do that again.
I guess my final question is, has there been any, besides doing a lot of writing, has there been any other, and having Eli home, has there been any like newly discovered skill that you've found during this time, or just something that you've been drawn to do to occupy time?
Boy, my brain went blank on skill. If there is any new skill. um, I think to me it's a big time because it's an end of an era for me.
Mm.
I used to run a dance program that was sort of a decade, and then I had the Extremes dance group that was sort of a decade, and then I worked with special needs kids for the last 13, 14 years, and I just left the position 2 weeks ago.
Oh wow.
So I didn't, it was hard working with kids through the computer, and I just felt like it wasn't for me. So it was kind of the end. So now I feel like I'm at the beginning of a new thing.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to find out what that is. You know, I just, whatever that is, I
Yeah.
hope I find it.
Well, congratulations on a new chapter.
Thank
Yeah.
you. It is a new chapter. So, but in terms of what I've learned during COVID, and if there's any new skill, I'm feeding the birds. That's new. You know, I'm actually filling up the bird feeder, and they're coming, and
Yeah.
that's exciting. I wouldn't say anything earth shattering, that's for sure.
Yeah, I just found that I would just paint in my house. That was all I could. I just wanted to distract myself. So in the very beginning, it was painting walls, paint walls, listen to music, shut it all out.
Oh, but by the way, I love the wall behind you. That
Oh yeah, where I'm at the Cape House. I'm in
oh,
the Yellow House.
yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know what you mean. I'm about to clean out closets.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's going to be cathartic somehow, because I'm going to clean out, I'm going to throw away,
Feels
and
good.
it's, say goodbye to that,
Yeah.
all that paperwork that I don't need anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know it was a little fast, but thank you so much, Joanne. This was
Thank
perfect.
you so much. It was good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Okay, see you in November at the
That's right. I can't wait.
October it's going to be.
Yes, October 16th, 23rd, and 30th.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds
Can't wait. Thank you so much.